Hello, hello, hello. I'm testing my mic, making sure you all can hear me. We have about 2 minutes and we'll get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kinfolk Chat with Swarthy Daisy. I am your hostess with the mostest. This is Erica. And I wanted to come on and have a live chat about some results that I received. And I want to give a special shout out to Ebony. Ebony goes by Stellium Noise on YouTube, but she reached out and sent me some of her results. She has taken multiple, not YouTube, but she's taken multiple DNA tests, and she is also over 90% African, just like me. So we're probably cousins on down the line because she has family out of the Carolinas as well. And so I wanted to just come on and share those results with you all. So if anyone is in the chat that's watching and have any questions, or you want to see any parts of the video or the shared content, again, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'll start by sharing my screen. Okay, so I have shared my screen, and here we see Ebony's results. So she has shared the imager link, and on it, of course, she has, cut and paste screenshots of her results. And let's just get started here. First, we're greeted with a map of Africa, and I'm so glad she has this on her link because it shows you a breakdown of, I think it's different parts of Africa that is designated by groups of people. So as you see here toward the top, we have Afro-Asiatic. Then here in the yellow area with Chad, Nilo-Saharan. Then the red part, you have the Niger Congo A. And then orange is Niger Congo B, and that's the Bantu. And then you have the Khoisan here in the green. And then you have the Austronesians here on the Malagasy Islands. So that's a really helpful map. So we get started here. She shares her Ancestry DNA results. And as you see, her results are Nigeria, 32%. She has Cameroon and Congo and Western Bantu at 25%. She has Mali at 19, Senegal 8, Benin and Togo 8, Ivory Coast and Ghana at 5, Indigenous Americas, Mexico 2%, and then she has Wales at 1%. And again, that is Ancestry DNA. All right, so next she shares her 23andme results, and it shows that the sub-Saharan African is 94%, broken down as West African 74.6%, and that's broken down as Nigerian at 27, Ghanaian, Liberian, and Sierra Leonean at 25.4, Senegambian and Guinean at 8.6, broadly West African 13.6, Congolese and Southern East African at 18.9. And here, this Angolan is cut off. So I really can't tell what that is. But let's see. I'm guessing it was just above here. So then, oh, there it is. Sorry. So it is showing. So it says Angolan and Congolese at 18.7, broadly Congolese and Southern East African 0.2, and then she has broadly Sub-Saharan African at 0.5. Now she has 3.2% European, and that's Northwestern European at 2.9. And then, yeah, then she has British and Irish 1.4%, Scandinavian 0.8%. And then she has broadly Northwestern European at 0.7. Then here she has Southern European 0.3 and Italian at 0.3 is the breakdown for that. Now she shows her East Asian and Indigenous American results, and they're 2.4%. So she has Indigenous American 1.7%. She has Chinese and Southeast Asian at 0.6. She has Filipino and Austronesian at 0.6. And then broadly East Asian and Indigenous American at 0.1. All right. And unassigned is 0.4. So yes, really interesting results here. If we keep going, we have some people might say illustrative DNA or illustrative, not sure, but I'll probably use them interchangeably. But Ebony actually reached out and told me about this company. I had not heard of them before. So I did go ahead and upload my 23andme results to this company the other day. So they said it takes about 3 days, sometimes up to a week. So I'm still waiting on my results, but I only sent them like maybe a day or two ago. So as soon as I have them ready, I'm definitely going to review them on a video. But in the meantime, we'll take a look at Ebony's. And here it says, see, I'm not real familiar. She gave me a brief summary of how it goes. So we're just kind of looking at this together. And then when I get my DNA results from this company, I'll be able to comb through it a little bit deeper on my own. But here we just show, it just says America's fit 1.546 good. Not sure what that means. And I don't know if she wrote that or if the company shows it that way, but she has Sub-Saharan African at 93.8%. She has Slavic, so they break down her European as a Slavic 2.4. And then she has Central Amerindian, Amerindian, yeah. But she has a percentage of that is not showing up here, maybe because it's such a small percent, but it was actually presenting a little larger on 23andme, so that's interesting. But she also has Northwest African at 1.6%. And then here she has Africa fit 2.234 good. So again, I'm not sure if the company printed this, but it looks like maybe she wrote over it. I'm not sure. But like I said, when I get my results, I'll be able to look into it a little bit more. But she has here East Kwa. Let me look it up. I have my device here. So let me see. East KWA. I hope I'm saying it right. Looks like Kwa. Not familiar with that. So let me open up a tab and see what we're looking at. Okay. Okay, so here the Wikipedia article talks about Kwa, uh, Kwe, I hope I'm saying it right, languages. Um, these languages are spoken in the southern part of Ivory Coast, interesting, across southern Ghana and in central Togo. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is a Ghanaian language. So that would be East Kwa. That's Ghana. Okay. Or somewhere there about Ghana, Togo, Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire. Hmm. All right. So I'm learning as we go. So again, that's at 68.6. And then she has Bantu. And then they give you the year approximation here, of course. But Bantu is 21.2. Then she has Northwest African 6.4. Khoisan 2.2. And then Had Zabe. Hadzabe. Okay, again, I apologize in advance because I am not familiar with the native pronunciation of the name. So let's see what that one is. I'm not really familiar with that. Hadzabe. All right, let's see what that is. Okay, so it's the Hadza people. I had this on one of my results too. They are a Tanzanian indigenous ethnic group, mostly based in southwest Karatu, district of. Let me get my glasses. Well, actually, the glasses don't help because I still don't know this word. Arusha region. Arusha? We'll say that. All right, that's interesting. Tanzanian. So that's 1.6 there. So the results go on to break down Yoruba 55.8, Bantu underscore Southwest 38.0. And then it has reference samples Yoruba, Bantu Kenya, Bantu Southeast, Bantu Southwest. And then it kind of cuts off here. The modern populations. So it shows the populations in the distance. And it shows Gambian. It shows Gambian. Let me open my device again while we're doing this live so we can follow along here. All right. Because I'm trying to read without glasses. And here we go. All right. So Gambian 3.836 is the distance. So my impression about the distance is that the smaller the number, the closer it is. But some platforms say the larger the number, the closest to your DNA it is. So looks like maybe it's the opposite way here. But anyways, it has number one population is Gambian 3.836. Then number two, she has Mandinka at 4.048. Number three, Mende, 4.268. Four, she has Cameroon, Bakoko at 4.579. And then number five here is Lamande at 4.896. And then modern population two. So number six is Cameroon, Aghem, looks like it, at 4.940. Number seven, again, Cameroon, Bafut, 5.044. Number eight, Cameroon, Mbio, and that's at 5.103. I hope, let me go ahead and scoot up here because there we go. Then Tikar South, 5.185. And then number 10 is Kaba at 5.207. Interesting. I have a lot of the same ones as well. from other testing companies and other calculators, especially through GEDmatch. A lot of these look very familiar. So again, since she has family out of South Carolina, the likelihood is that we have very, very close or similar DNA here. Okay. Here it's going back. It shows closest ancient samples in the genetic distance. So again, Bantu, 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 Kenya, Tana tradition. This part here kind of reminds me of that other company that I used that I just got an email from them today. The clan, what is it called? Something they do all these clans and all that. Let me look it up real quick. My True Ancestry. So I don't know if they're using the same database, that company and this company, but yes, this part here really does remind me of that company. All right, so it continues here. She has a breakdown of Bantu. It says the closest modern populations to this sample. It shows the distance in the modern population. And Chengana, Congo, Bantu Southwest, Ngumba, Tikar, Lemande, Cameroon. So that's really interesting. And then let's see. Looks, oh, no, it didn't. Oh, yeah, that is a copy of that. Let me make sure. Tikar and the Monday. Okay, it's not a copy. Actually, it's okay. So here, this number looks like it designates it as a difference. So one is Bantu with the number 1, or is it L2298? And this one is Bantu ELA001. Not sure again what the differences are, but as you see, here are her results again. All right. And then she has it marked as modern mix here. And it says 3-way, and then it has fit 1.492. Not sure what that means again. But they have a nice breakdown here. She has the Cameroon Bakoko at 30.5. She has Mende at 64.2 and Crimean Tatar Steppe. Oh, goodness. I'm messing these names up. Let me see here. What is that? All right. So, hi. Welcome. No problem. I was just going over your results there. Hopefully you can help me get some more clarity because I'm about to look up this Crimean Tatar. I don't know what that is. CRIMEANTATAR. Okay. And thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much again, Ebony, for giving us your results. So this is wonderful. All right. So I'm looking it up. The Crimean, it says the Turkic ethnic group and nation who are indigenous people of, is it Crimea? I don't know, y'all. Please don't pin me down for that one. Oh, okay. So this group is actually mixed up with Russians. You know what? I have a comment about that. So it says that they're mixed up, made mostly of ethnic Russians with significant Ukrainian and Crimean or Crimean Tatar minority. So let me check. All right. Check these comments. Yes, it's European. Okay, got it. And then not too important. Okay. No problem. Thank you for doing this. Not a problem. Thank you for allowing me to review. All right. So I wasn't familiar with that. So I was just kind of looking it up because. So you have 5.3% of that. And then here, can you explain to me here the fit 1.539. You have that on several documents or on this these screenshots. And I'm not familiar with the company. And like I said earlier in this video, I did go ahead and upload my 23andMe results. So I'm still waiting on mine. So I really didn't have a chance to get into the results and comb through them on my end. So I'm kind of relying on you now to give me some insight since you've been using it for a while. But I'm not sure what these numbers indicate just yet. So if you could tell me in the chat, Ebony. But here we have Cameroon Bakoko. I like that. Let me see what that means. Cameroon B-A. B-A-K-O-K-O. All right. So you said yes. It says any fit 2 or less is good. It's like a confidence level. Okay, nice. Well, that's good to know. So when I get mine, I will have something to rely on. So thank you for that. Okay, so it's a confidence level. All right, we did see that throughout your results. So that is interesting. But I just looked up this Cameroon Bakoko because you have a lot of Cameroonian and I do as well. So I was saying earlier in the video that you and I are likely related down the line because you have family out of South Carolina and your results and my results look very similar, especially the African results. But I looked up the Bakoko and it says it's related to the Douala people and it's spoken by a great part of the Bakoko people. It's a Bantu ethnic group of Cameroon. Okay, let me see if there's some more on them. They okay, so it says the Douala or Sawa people are a Bantu ethnic group of Cameroon. They primarily inhabit the littoral and southwest region of Cameroon. And they're like coastal people. I'm trying to skim this article here. Okay, so it looks like they're related, you know. Oh, here it is. Okay, so it says okay, let me read that whole paragraph right here. This is from Wikipedia. In addition, many coastal ethnic groups such as Balong, Bakosi, and so on, who are culturally and historically more or less related to the Douala, hope I'm saying that right, are under Douala influence, and most of these people speak Douala to some extent. Douala is also spoken by a great part of the Bakoko people. The word Douala may refer to the Douala proper or to the whole set of Douala-like tribes, or even possibly to some Douala-ized Bakoko tribes. Okay, interesting. Let's check the comments here. So you said no problem. I can wait to see your results. Yeah. Oh, you can't wait. Me either. I'm really excited about that. Yes, that's very possible. Yes, that we're related on down the line. Also to note, the Igbo are associated with Nigeria, but they are also in Cameroon. Absolutely. I know they cross countries, a lot of them in West Africa. You know, and again, this is before they drew all the lines and said, here, you belong here, you belong here. You know, colonization did that, but we were Africa years ago. So here we are moving on, and my guess is this is still a part of the results from that company here. Let me go back to my notes here. Keep up, keep up. Here, okay. So the illustrative DNA or illustrative DNA, however you want to spin it, tomato, tomato. It looks like, okay, wait, I see on here that I skipped something. Okay, so this one here, sorry, we have the Cameroon Bakoko. So I just read that. We have Mende, and then we have Lipka Tartar. I'm guessing that is also a European group. I don't know. I can look it up too. Let's see. Yes, they do cross the regions. Yep, absolutely. And yes, that is illustrative DNA. Oh, so okay. So you're referring to this right here. Oh, wow. So you took your illustrative DNA data and uploaded it to Vahaduo. Okay, so I have never heard of Vahaduo. I'm telling you, you have put me on to so much here. I really appreciate all of my subscribers and viewers on this channel because I'm telling you, I only know the big players in the game, 23andme, Ancestry DNA. And so when the smaller companies are out there, it's I find out about them through you all, like through comments and other messages you all send me. So this is really great. Thank you. I'm gonna have to try that. But let me ask you this, Ebony. Um, do we need to have illustrative results to upload to Vahaduo, or can we use our 23andme or whatever raw results to upload? Because of course, I'm gonna have to try that too, right? It's a rabbit hole, guys. This DNA journey never ends, it seems like. But what I love about it is that as African Americans or Africans in America, um, that this gives us an opportunity to find out who we truly are. Um, and I know all the testing companies have their faults and things like that, but it does give us some good insight. So I really love that. So let's see what you sent here. You said yes, it's euro. So you're again referring to the Lipka. All right. So I figured with the Tatar that would be. And then you said yes, the experts recommend Vahaduo. Hope I'm saying that right. And illustrative DNA. Okay, good. See, I like knowing that because I had no idea that those companies existed. So that is very helpful. So if you're watching a replay, everyone, here's some more sites that you can try to tease out and comb out your DNA as well. So you said, yes, you need those coordinates from illustrative DNA. Oh, to use Vahaduo. Okay. So we can't go from Ancestry, 23andMe, and other companies, I'm guessing, and go and upload them to Vahaduo, but we have to go straight from illustrative. So I'm definitely, once I get my results, I'm going to try it out and see how it all works. Of course, I'll let you all know, but this is good information. This one says, and it's 100% free. Awesome. They need to send you a check because you have really, you helped us really learn about some new companies. So this is awesome. All right. So let's look at that. So here we have, they have across the top, because I see that you marked this with your device, but they have a distance here at the top. They have sources. But the very first set of results says 52.2 Igbo. And then you have 19.2 Cameroon Bakoko. That's pretty interesting. Okay. Okay, let's see. So let me correct. No, they give you something called G25 coordinates, and that's what you need for Vahaduo. Okay, so it's a special set of coordinates or results that you need. Okay, got it. I think you were explaining that in your message to me, but I'm so lost. I didn't know what it was because I'm not familiar with the platform. So I'm glad you're here to kind of clear that up. So okay, so once I get mine, I'll look into that as well. So thank you. So yes, we have Igbo, we have Cameroon Bakoko, we have Gambian, we have Cameroon Bangwa, we have Kaba, we have Baka, we have Suri, we have French Pas de Calais, I guess. And then we have Cossack Kuban, and you have Joe Hoan North. Wow, that's deep. I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to look that up. a little bit later as well. But also, as we keep going down here, we have some more information. So we have Gambian, Mandinka, Mende, Sierra Leone, Cameroon, Bakoko, Lemande. You have Cameroon, Aghem, Cameroon, Bafut, Cameroon, Bo. You have Tikar South. We have Kaba. We have Cameroon, Bangwa. We have Laka. We have Ibo. We have Mbundu, and we have Ganguela. That's what it looks like. Don't pin me for it. Okay. All right. You said I'm going to send you the direct link. Okay. Awesome. Please do. You have my contact. Okay. So that seems to be it for the results. Now, again, I am waiting on my personal results to come in. When they do, I will utilize all of the resources that Ebony has provided, as well as do some research on some of my results. And I'm definitely going to do videos on it. But the upload for me for Illustrative DNA was from 23andme. So I went to 23andme, downloaded my raw DNA, uploaded it to Illustrative DNA, and it's a European company. I think I saw the euro mark on there when I went to pay, but it's give or take $30 for the test. It said 24, but the euro is a little stronger than the US currency most of the time. So it probably rounds out to about 30 plus the international fee with your bank or your credit card. So you got to keep that in mind. But still not too bad. Ebony says the results seem accurate for her and a lot more specific than the other companies. Okay, interesting. Um, I'm starting to see somewhat of a pattern, like I was saying earlier, that because you and I have similar DNA, I see a lot of the same groups crossing over, which leads me to ask Ebony if you have done the research on South Carolina. Of course, I have Geechee background, Gullah Geechee background. I'm sure you do. People always ask me in the comments, are you Geechee? Are you Gullah? Are you Southern roots? I mean, do you have Southern roots? I have both Southern roots and I have DNA or roots in the Bahamas as well. So both strongly genetically African groups. So that gives you another perspective as to, the places my ancestors came from and why those places are showing up. Let's see. Yes, $30 is a bit high, but I think these results may give us more diverse results. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. Um, I'm committed to this work now, so for what it's worth. Now, I'm not a trained licensed geneticist at all. I'm just a regular consumer like the rest of us that are watching. But I do really get a lot of fulfillment and a lot of joy out of, you know, going over these results and getting more clarity so I can pretty much tell my family the story of who we are. And I like to know it myself because we don't have records typically if you do if you do genealogy, um typically 1700 is where a lot of us cut off because prior to that we're either listed by first name or listed by gender and age on a lot of the slave holder roles or what have you. So yeah, that's the unfortunate part, and that's where we kind of get lost. So we use the DNA as African Americans to bridge that gap as much as possible. All right. So Ebony says my maternal grandmother's mother's family is from Charleston. Unfortunately, she doesn't know much about her grandparents. Okay, no problem. No problem. But yes, Charleston, very, very heavy Geechee population. I love it. I love it. I really want to go back and visit very soon. You said my grandmother was moved to Sumter, South Carolina. Okay, Sumter also is another area where you'll find a lot of uh, Southern Geechee people. So that's really cool as well. My people actually out of South Carolina. The only reason why I was able to connect them to South Carolina as it is they because of the DNA work. I mean the genealogy work. So and the DNA work because I had some cousins that I matched and they had done a lot of work, extensive trees. I was able to jump on some of their trees and find out some information, and a lot of it tied back to South Carolina. So once I got that information, it made sense. Then, I'm still verifying a lot of this stuff, but some of them even said, being slave. Some of them even mentioned that we were like from Africa to Virginia, Maryland area down to South Carolina. One of my ancestors had a family there. So there's a set of people there. And then, you had no control over your own life as a slave. So my ancestor was brought down to Georgia. So therefore, there are two sets of family, some in South Carolina, the older set, and then the ones that are a little bit, I mean, not young now because they're all dead, but younger than that. So he had two different mates. I don't like mates because we're not animals. He had two spouses, I guess. I don't know if they were married or they were allowed to get married at the time. So again, a lot of the story is still convoluted, but we're still trying to find out as much as possible regarding that. Okay, so you said that's so nice. So you didn't know about your South Carolina roots? No, I didn't. I mean, as far as I know, and like your grandmother you just shared, my people are from Georgia, and that was that on my mom's side. So now, when I started doing the trees and connecting to other people on their trees, that's when I learned, oh, so we have family in South Carolina. So that's what I was saying. The ancestor came from from Virginia, Maryland area, then brought down to South Carolina, and from there brought to Georgia. So, I mean, the beauty of all of this is when you connect with other people on these DNA sites and they've done some of the work and you've done some of the work, and you can kind of start to bridge that gap as well. So I think that is very, very cool. Um yeah, so that is pretty much all I have for the results piece. Again, I want to thank you so much, Miss Ebony. We'll definitely be in touch behind the scenes. So thank you so much for reaching out. And if anyone's watching the replay, if you too, I don't care about your race or anything or your gender or anything, if you have any um DNA results that you want me to review here on the channel or just go over again, I'm no professional, I'm a consumer, so we could just have a conversation like we did today in this video. I'll be more than welcome. So please let me know if any of you would like to send me a copy, and I'll definitely we can review them. So if you're interested, make sure to leave a comment below. Also, I have on my banner here on this channel, I have a contact form so you could contact me. Let's see. All right, so let me finish up these comments here. It says, "Oh wow, I also read that a lot of Senegambian Africans were held in South Carolina. Also, every relative from my maternal side have high amounts of Mali and Senegambian versus my father's side." Interesting. So let me clear this up before you go. Mom's side is Carolina. Dad's side is also Carolina. Because I know you gave me several places, but I can't remember which parent was from where. But yes, that's interesting. I do have some Mali too. The Mali folks were pretty great. So that's really cool to see. You said, so I think that's the Gambian connection. Yep, likely, very likely. Oh, thank you. You said this was great. Yes, thank you so much for sharing your results. Yes. Um, you said my father's side is North Carolina and Virginia. Yep. So I mean, again, we have the same story, pretty much. We have a similar story, I would say, ancestry wise, especially as it relates to our southern roots. So I think that's really cool. So I mean, by us using this platform to come together, we're gonna piece it together. We're gonna figure it out. My life's work, or part of my life's work, is to see if I can connect back to the continent. Now, we have enough genetic information to let us know from where we're getting closer, with a lot of these companies starting to really give us tribal information, which is awesome. But I would really, really like to just get that one person that was on a ship that was brought here, so I could say, this is the person that survived the Middle Passage, that, went through all of that unfortunate trauma, but that is the person who I descend from and who makes me who I am today, my family as well. All of us, all of us. So I would really, really like to advance to that point where I can get that. It might be a dream, it might be a researcher's dream, but you never know. The technology is really advancing, so I'm hopeful. All right, so let's see. Wrap up the comments. What was my Molly on Ancestry? Okay, hold on. Let me look. Molly. All right, Ancestry. Hold on, and Ancestry. Okay, let's see. Ancestry. I think it's changed. You know how they are. Okay, it's 15% on Ancestry. So my Molly on Ancestry is 15%. So according according to my latest and greatest DNA results, again, I have another copy of this on my channel here, but my latest on Ancestry DNA says Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu peoples, 37%. Hold on, let me pull yours up so we can do our cousin comparison. Yeah, exactly. Very high, Molly. I know. I think that is so cool. So I'm like, if it's that high, I gotta be able to get close to an ancestor, because that's like, that means great grandparent is like full, give or take. Let's see. Let's go back. Okay, here we go. All right. So let's do a cross comparison here. So, oh no, these are, now listen, Ebony, these are older ancestry. So I don't know if you have any more recent results, or if they look the same, or maybe not older, maybe the way you downloaded them. That's what it is, because I'm looking at the app version. So pardon me for that. Um, okay, so Cameroon Congo on my end is 37%, whereas you have a higher Nigerian at 32, right? My next highest is 25% Nigerian, whereas your Cameroon Congo is 25. So my Nigeria is 25, your Nigeria is 32. My Cameroon Congo is 37, yours is 25. My Mali is 15, yours is 19, so it's slightly higher. Benin and Togo, you have 8, I have 11. That tells a story. Senegal, 4% on my end, 8% on yours. Ivory Coast and Ghana, I'm 2%, you're 5. And the rest, I don't have Wales. I don't have indigenous. So yeah, interesting though. Very interesting. All right, let's see. Read the comments real quick here. Yes, me too. I want to find a direct ancestor. Absolutely. Yes, true. It's worth it to dedicate your resources to trying. Absolutely. I'm one of the few people in my family that's really interested in this, low key. So, I mean, I have to do the work, and somebody's going to get it. I'm going to put it somewhere. I'm going to put it where the cats can get it. Is that the saying? Yep, very high Molly. Yep. You said yes, and they will be from South Carolina. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is recent for Ancestry. Yep. Mm-hmm. And then lastly here, yes, the Benin and Togo is interesting. Yeah, I like that. I used to get my hair braided back in the day by a lady from Togo. And I just thought she was so interesting in general. Her language, because she would speak, of course. What do they speak in Togo? I don't want to sound ignorant at all. Was it a French language? Do they speak French in Togo? It sounded like French, but I don't know what it was. Let me see. See, I have to look everything up on the internet. Let me see. Togo language. Oh, huh. Interesting. Yeah, they speak French. Okay. So they do speak French. I figured it was that. The higher Molly is very consistent among my South Carolina relatives. Yep. And I think again, Molly is such a nice set of results because it tells a really good story about who they were prior to who our people were prior to coming here. Um, I love my African braiders. Aha, they spoke French, never knew who they were. I know. I asked because I was always interested in people from Africa. I'm about to use all these improper words because I'm like, oh, from the diaspora, from the this. I'm just listening to other people. I'm parroting right now. But people from Africa, I was always interested because this is prior to DNA research and I didn't know where I was from. So, but I did get stopped a lot when I was in college because I wore braids like my whole college experience. And African men would always stop me in public and say, "Hey, are you from Nigeria? Hey, are you from Nigeria?" I heard that a lot. So I would always ask people from Africa, like, "Where do you think I'm from? Can you look at me? Can you tell me?" So I've heard a host of things like, "Oh, you look Nigerian." What have I don't think I got Congo. A friend of mine got Congo, but I didn't get Congo. I got Nigeria and I got another. So the one of the guys, he was from South Africa actually, but he said you look like you have Fulani ancestry because you have a long neck. I've never heard that before. That was so odd to me. But I don't think my neck's that long, but he apparently thought that was the closest thing. So I don't know. I stopped asking people after I started taking DNA tests because they can tell you anything. And I'm not saying they're wrong. I know I have Nigerian ancestry, so I do look like a Niger lady, right? So I that part is correct. Um oh, so you meant where they were from, right? The Braiders. Mm-hmm. Yes, they asked me where I'm from too. A Nigerian lady was surprised I was African American. Another said I look like I'm from Ghana. Yes, I got Ghana too because I carry this purse that has kente cloth on it, or I used to. And a lady in the grocery store, she stopped me and she said, "Oh, are you from Ghana?" She just I didn't know because in America we're so one sided. Well, let me speak for myself. In America, I'm so one sided because really we didn't have the history to go on the context. Now we have the internet. Now we have people that we can interact with and ask questions. But I didn't. I just thought kente cloth was just African material. I didn't know it was significant to a culture or a group of people. So I'm just wearing it for fashion, but she's identifying it as her culture. So she immediately was like, "Oh, are you from Ghana?" She said, "You look like a Ghanaian woman." And she said, "Also your color, your color." So I'm very dark skinned. And she kept saying, "Oh, your color, you remind me of my people." So I was like, okay, that works. Again, West African, right? You have the Nigeria, you have your Ghana, you have all those countries there in the West African region. So absolutely. People did not they always identified me as an African person here in this country. And whenever I would tell them different, like you said, Ebony, they were always shocked. They either asked me if I was Caribbean or African, but never like, "Oh, are you some African American person?" And that was even when I wasn't wearing native uh cloth or anything native. So I think it's dope. I think it's so beautiful to be identified as the people from Africa, which I am an African in America. Okay. I think it's beautiful. It makes me feel at home, and it makes people feel at home because they see home in you, and I just think it's a lovely experience. So yes, I relate. I'm telling you, Ebony, we have to be cousins on down the line. I'm sure we cross up at some point, right? Um, yes, it is the high African percentage. Absolutely. I think that is it. It's not think. I know that's what it is. So I think that is wonderful. Love it. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Let's see here. Um I'm not going to hold you guys too long. I think in some other videos I've covered like kind of defined what some of the countries were. Of course, I'm going to continue to do that as we go along in different videos, kind of highlight different countries and cultures. But yes, I am going to wrap it up here. Thank you again, Ebony. Have to be. I'm on Ancestry. Just look for Ebony. Okay, I'm going to look for you and in your matches. Yep, I will definitely do that, and I'll message you once I find you. Or here's another loop that could be thrown. I have several um people that I match or I don't match. I take that back. I have several people on these DNA platforms that I do not match, but my mom does. So I guess that means I inherited more of my father's DNA. That's very possible. But yes, I'll have people on the southern side that my mom matches, but my mom and I also match. So that is my real mom. So they always ask, "Is that your real mom or are you adopted?" I'm like, I look just like this lady. So yes, that is my mother. But it's just funny that genetically she matches a lot more people than I do. So that's fine. As long as that's why I got her tested. So that's another thing I want to say before we wrap up. If you all are out there and you have family members that are older, like parents, grandparents, aunts, and uncles, even brothers for women, make sure to get them tested. They have test kits all the time for sale because that does also help with your search. And if you're looking at family matches to create a story or to connect dots, sometimes your brother will match people that you want, or your sister, or your mom, or your aunt. So that is a worthwhile investment, in my opinion. So I have had several family members tested. My brother, my great aunt, who has since passed away, my mom has been tested. Um, I got a kit from my uncle on my father's side, and I think that's it. But then I have logins for other relatives who've kind of like taken the test, but they don't know how to read the results. So that's also cool as well. Yes, please get your grandmother tested. That would be like liquid gold. That's my grandmother since passed. So she passed before all of this was made to the public, these DNA information. So next best thing was her sister. They had the same father and mother. So that was very helpful. Thank you so much. Keep me posted. And again, guys, thank you for dropping in. I did see a few of you drop in and out during the conversation. But if you're watching the replay, please make sure to leave a comment below. Let us know what you think about these awesome results that were submitted by Miss Ebony. So thanks again. Please keep in touch, Ebony. And everyone else, thank you for your continued support. Again, this is Erica, and I am Swarthy Daisy with Kinfolk Chat. And we'll definitely see you in the next broadcast or video. Thanks again, Ebony. Take care, guys. Bye.